Ready?
You could. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Lanzer's on baby duty, so he's gonna be a little less
Can you
vocal
hear me
this
okay?
time. Yes, we can.
All right, awesome.
I gotta find your stream. Maybe I can find your stream.
If you have a granddaughter or grandson that can help you out,
I'm working on finding one of those. Gosh dang it.
maybe little
Okay.
Lancer can help you.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm here so I can see it. So we'll get started. So we had the two pips that closed were this week, right? Is that what your slide is of? Was that this week or last week?
That was last week, I think.
Okay. Lanzer, when you get a second, you can switch your slide. What else did we have this week? There we go. Did we have anything else that got accomplished this week that Signal or Drum you can remember?
Maybe go over the nomination schedule since it's coming up in 4 days.
Yeah, we can do that.
I have it
Yeah,
showing
and
now.
we'll need, and we will need to go over Artie's pip.
Yes, we need to finish that, and I have some updates on the knowledge base. I would love to get the go to merge and make public to help authors get into the PIP process. Hopefully, another way of looking at things to help them get started.
Emperor, are you having trouble seeing the slide? The nomination schedule's up right now.
Nope, I see it. I'm trying to get ready for Artie's thing, but did we cross anything off our list this week? I don't think we didn't pay anything out. I guess Carlos, you just updated Raspy. Do you want to go over that real quick? Tell us what we did.
Yeah, sure. We reached out on October 11th, I believe, to Raspi to see if we could get updates or maybe a refund, but basically giving another chance for the author to show progress, to show the milestones, and to go from there to see what was next. But we still don't have much updates or any links to the different milestones. So at this point, we discussed internally, and we're moving forward to request a voluntary refund and cancellation of the PIP until he's in a better spot to get things done and accomplished. Hopefully we hear back from him. We checked the funds still in the same place where he promised he was going to leave them. So he has been consistent in that on that side. And now to move on from here, hopefully we get communication back with him. And if that doesn't succeed, then we have to explore with the foundation what would be the best way to proceed, because this would be a first time.
Yeah, so hopefully Raspy responds, and we just can move on.
Yeah, by the way, that message is in the PIP voting draft. Well, not draft, in the PIP voting conversation of that PIP. So it's there for everyone to see, where we want also the updates and the links and all the milestones. So the policyholders themselves can make their own judgment. We are not trying to accuse anyone of anything. We just want to make sure we follow up, and if the PIP is not successful, that we do something about it.
Perfect. And then Lanzer put up, sent to the foundation for review, PIP 20 and 21, is that what it was? The DAO casters and the PIP 4 refresh.
Yes, we are moving forward with 21 as soon as the team is ready to upload that on the webpage, and I'm trying to hold on PIP 22 until Automata has a last chance to read the whole thing and give a go.
Okay. And then as of right now, we don't have a code for people. If we do get one, we will announce that before the end. But as of right now, we don't have a code for today. I don't think there was any other updates that we did. That's of note. Besides all our stuff we do in the background. Okay, so if somebody, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Can you pull up the slide for our accounting real quick? That way it's on the record. Because there shouldn't be anything go in or go out, but there's our treasury tracker. Of course, the volatility of the Atlas token and POLIS. So our average 30-day change, 549 USD. Total treasury value, $1,044,081. So we're still over $1 million, which is nice. The ecosystem fund or current value is 110,741 in the bank, in the wallet. And then the Iris bounty, we haven't put any done any payouts for that since our last meeting. James did do the meetup, the Asia meetup. I've been in contact with them, just waiting on the pictures and the receipts. So that will pay out this week, hopefully, if he gets me the stuff. And then I'll set up a multi-sig transaction so we can get that paid out. So yeah, not much happening on the treasury front. So yeah, the PIP tracker, I think you have those marked, you don't have to reply. If that's updated. So Iris Bounty Arena, yeah, Rogue Data Hub. So those are passed and those are waiting to go. So cool.
Yeah, and Iris Bounty Arena, Lancer did the markdown and sent to the team already. So we are just waiting to hear back from them, most likely on a Monday. Hopefully they're not working on Sundays.
Yeah.
And we should have that up and ready to vote this next week, which is a nice thing. I think that's going to be a good one for the community as well.
That will be a good one. We do need to create that form. We should probably do that soon. I think we should, would
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I really wish I was technical and could help with that stuff, but I would just mess it up. So Lancer, it's pretty much going to be the same as well, I guess I don't know. We can talk about it offline, but the same concept as the other Iris Bounty one that we keep track of. We'll have to set up a form for that one as well.
Got it.
That's something we do need to make.
Okay, I'll take a stab at it and then send you all the link, and you all can take care of the rest.
That will work. And then, do we need to do anything else on that one? Do we need to create something? Do you?
No, but we do need to discuss how we're going to approach the console managing all these pips that need managing. Like right now, you are taking care of the Iris Bounty, the feast. It would be not fair that you take care of all of them. So for this council and the next councils to come, it would be nice if we split the load and make different people responsible for those. I would think that for the remaining of this term, Signal might want to participate on that one because he helped on the creation. But if he doesn't have the time or anyone else wants to take over, that would be nice.
No, I'll do anything required. I'm happy to make web forms and stuff like that and felicitate.
Sweet.
Easy enough. So yeah, I'll be curious to see applications roll in and all of that for the DAO casters. It'll be a really good experiment. So accomplishments, we've got 98, reports published 31, We paid out 43 million in Atlas. 10 completed PIPs for voting. Quite a few votes, 1.6 thousand PvP participated, 1 billion. Wow. Okay. Average votes for PIP 164, average PvP votes 107 million, and the participation rate was 19%. I'm really glad to see that PvP vote, the average is at 107 million. We got a lot of engagement on that last one, those last two, and I'm really glad to see that personally. So cool. So that leads us on. So we've got the things that we want to talk about today. Should we go over Artie's PIP draft first? That way we get it done, because we did not get to it last week. I think we owe him that to get
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do it.
Okay, pulling it up. Artie.
And just another reminder is we did it last time. We went through a PIP and we were able to revise it in real time as we were going through it because the author was there. So if you've got something pending, showing up to these meetings is always great because you can edit in real time.
Yeah. And I touched base with Artie, and he's in a kind of a different time zone. So it's hard for him to show up to these, but I'm pulling it up now. You got it. I guess, do you want to pull it up, or no, you can just do your notes? Okay, so full disclosure, I attempted to help Artie revise this. So I did a little bit of work, and then he put his own changes to my changes. So we'll go over this. So Artie did this, revision 1. Summary, this proposal introduces a DAO-supported hosting service developed and operated by community member Artie, specifically dedicated to hosting the Sly Assistant automation tool. The service enables players to run their Sly accounts continuously without keeping their personal computers and browsers powered on 24/7, providing a convenient, stable, and energy-efficient alternative that improves accessibility and uptime for Star Atlas players. The DAO is requested to support this initiative by funding a 3-month pilot program at a maximum total cost of $675. Depending on the Atlas price, the maximum amount of Atlas allocated to this PIP would be 1.5 million Atlas. This proposal requests DAO support to offset a portion of the operating costs of the pilot phase in recognition of the direct benefit to the broader community. I think that's much better summary than it was before. He put the maximum cost. I know that's one thing we requested. You guys think it's missing anything for the summary? All right.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Motivation. Okay. Motivation. The Sly Assistant is, to a substantial portion of players, an essential automation tool used by many Star Atlas players to manage fleets, missions, and resources. However, to function properly, users must keep their PC and browser open around the clock. Artie's hosting service offers a practical solution by running Sly instances on dedicated servers, ensuring continuous uptime and improved reliability for all users who prefer not to manage local hosting. DAO support for these services benefit the community by making Sly Assistant accessible to players who lack 24/7 hardware, reducing entry barriers for small or less technical players, increasing uptime and stability of community automation infrastructure, and reinforcing the DAO's commitment to supporting community-driven tools that enhance gameplay. That sounds like he put his motivation out there. Anyone see anything that needs changed or clarified on motivation?
That sounds much better.
It does. It's very understandable.
Good job,
Thank
Artie
you,
/
AI.
Emperor.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. So, and like always, just interrupt Signal, or is Bodhi here? No, he's not. So just feel free to interrupt. Specification 3.1, service overview. The hosting service is exclusively designed for Sly Assistant users. Each player's instance will be hosted on a private, isolated cloud environment managed by Artie. The system will provide continuous operation and automatic updates to minimize downtime. Okay. DAO participation. The DAO will fund a portion of the hosting costs during a 3-month pilot phase. Support will primarily cover the development and maintenance efforts rather than the infrastructure costs, which remain minimal for the instant. For this instance, or does that need rephrased? For the instant? Yeah. How could he rephrase that? Support will primarily cover development and maintenance efforts rather than the infrastructure costs, which remain minimal. For now, maybe? I don't know. Does anyone have a suggestion for him instead of for the
Yeah, I
instant?
think that's what he means. Yeah.
Is it? I mean, it makes sense. Maybe that
I mean,
wording.
this is only a 3-month thing, so he might as well. I don't know. Does it bother you?
No, I mean a little, but it's just
It's it's a little awkward but it's a translation thing.
yeah. He can leave it. Artie, if you're listening to this, I'm sure you will. Maybe try to find a different phrase for that.
Yeah, or remove it.
Yeah. Artie remains fully responsible for technical operation and user management. Okay. The DAO's role is limited to financial support and transparency verification.
What does that mean?
I think
Not the
it
financial
probably
support,
goes.
but the transparency verification.
He's going to give us metrics.
Okay.
At the, I think it's every month, and we'll just have to verify that.
Okay.
So that's my assumption. Okay. Cost and funding. So the DAO contribution, this is where he clarified, and hopefully I think it should be clear. DAO contribution, 50% of verified expenses, so 3 USDC per user, capped at 225 per month. The pilot duration, 3 months, totaling a maximum of 675 in DAO funding. Payments calculated monthly in USDC, paid in Atlas, calculated at the time of sending based on verified monthly metrics. So that means that's that verified monthly metrics. He'll get it to us,
sense.
we'll verify it, and then he'll get paid. All reports and receipts will be publicly logged for transparency. We're gonna have to figure out where we're gonna log some of this stuff. I know we can do it on our council drive for now, just like the rest of it, but I'm assuming we will need to make a folder and put all the stuff in there.
If we want to keep it public, we could do it on the voting thread.
Yeah, that works too. I like that.
That does work. I like that idea. Good job, Carlos.
I have my moments.
I think that's all clear enough. Does anyone have, that's kind of an important one. Do you guys feel it's clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Treasury and compliance. To maintain clarity and proper boundaries, Artie is the owner of Artie Hosting Service and therefore have all rights regarding its treasury. The DAO funds sent to Artie Hosting Service will be Artie's token. I think he's definitely just wanting to specify that, it's Artie.
That he's managing the funds. Yeah.
Yeah. The service operates purely as a hosting provider, not a financial intermediary or custodian. That's all the just CYA stuff, I think, which it's good that it's in there. Clear.
Agreed.
Okay, moving on to implementation details. So the DAO approves the PIP. Hosting service launches for up to 75 Sly Assistant users. Artie provides monthly uptime, cost, and usage reports. And that, by the way, I think is going to be valuable. He'll actually provide us metrics, and he gets to quantify, and the community gets to see if it was, if there's any return on their investment. Okay, so for everyone in sorry, I just got a message. We will have a code today. I think we'll wait just a little while longer. We're going to leave you in suspense. Maybe we'll do it after we do this this evaluation. So can somebody type that in? VB, can you type that in the chat for us that we will have a code?
Okay,
I'm going to keep
at a
moving.
random moment, so you need to be present the whole thing.
Yes.
It might not be the end, it might be before, but who knows?
Who knows? Okay, so so he provides the reports. The DAO Council validates and disperses funds monthly. And then at the end of the 3-month pilot period, the DAO evaluates user adoption, uptime reliability, and cost effectiveness before Artie submits a PIP renewal vote. So yeah, at the end of the 3 months, at that point, it'll be the new council, won't it? The new council will get to do that. That's putting work on the council, but I think it's absolutely necessary, and I'm glad he put it in there. But this is one of the things for those folks watching when we start talking about what all the council does. We're just keep continuously adding stuff to our plate. So I think that's important to note. Is that all good for the implementation details? All right. So the timeline. So PIP approval, the hosting service launch, snapshots provided, and initial user onboarding. Monthly is the metrics provided, payment request, and month 3 DAO review. Is that redundant? I mean, a little bit, but it is the implementation details and the timeline.
Yeah. Well, we haven't updated that part that we wanted to add in the timeline, the disbursement, but I think it works out because he's explaining the implementation details that is monthly after.
I like it. Okay, so the stakeholder impact, positive impacts. So for the Sly users, they gain continuous stable automation without needing 24/7 local hardware. For community developers, they benefit from improved reliability of the Sly tool performance. Star Atlas ecosystem, increased participation from smaller and casual players. The DAO, it supports grassroots infrastructure that enhances the player experience. And then the potential drawbacks, minor treasury cost to 25 a month during pilot, and limited administrative oversight for verification. I think that spells everything out. I don't see anything wrong with it. So in his conclusion, this proposal supports a community-operated hosting service that directly improves accessibility, uptime, and user experience for Sly Assistant, a core automation tool relied upon by Star Atlas players. By funding this 3-month pilot, the DAO reinforces its commitment to practical, player-driven innovation that enhances community engagement and ecosystem sustainability.
Okay, so conclusion is not a part of the format, and we're missing then some because we have 9 sections. So let me check really quick. What are we missing? So section 1 is header. Section 2, does he have header as a separate section here, or he started with 1 as a summary?
I don't know, honestly, I helped him and I just ran it through AI, which I've done a few times. So
I got it compared right now. Yes, he has a header.
Okay.
He has summary. He has motivation.
Okay, so the header is not labeled as 1, and the summary should be 2, 3. So we have.
Yeah, he's just got the wrong numbering.
Yeah. So the stakeholder impact is.
He missed. Oh, stakeholder impact is in 6 instead of 5. And implement. Oh, he
Right,
needs
so
to switch stakeholder and
I'll-
implementation details.
Yeah, okay. So section 1 should be the header. Section 2 should be a summary. We have the summary. Section 3 should be motivation. We have motivation.
He's
4
missing
specification.
He's missing cost and.
Do we have stakeholder impact? Yes. Implementation details. We have
He's missing
timeline. We
cost.
have cost and resource allocation. Because he has discussed it so much, I think he thought it was redundant, but it would be good to have the section 8 labeled there. And then
And
section 9,
additional
which is conflict of interest. At least he should label, even if it's none, just to comply with the same format. So all pips are formatted the same. Other than that, the information in this sections are a lot more clear and much better, in my opinion. So that's a minor adjustment that we can help him, and it should take him 5 minutes to do.
Yep.
Okay, so we agree
Okay.
then he needs to make sure that he follows the pip format. And other than that, do we have any hard no's to him proceeding?
No, I like it.
Nope. I like it too. I like
Signal?
it. It was fairly simple and concise. It wasn't forever long, and it wasn't too wordy. So
No, I think it's brilliant, and I love the budget, and I love seeing peeps that don't try to maximize all they can get from the DAO, but that start, like this, and then they have future plans of expanding. But he's going to be better documented, and he's working really hard on creating that reputation that we want others to work on.
yeah,
Signal.
and for anyone else watching this later too, he already did a really good job of answering questions in his chat. He drummed up a bunch of conversation. He took people's feedback into consideration. So I was very impressed with how Artie did this. So it's a good example for people in the future. Sorry, I'm done interrupting you. All right, who is that? Is that? Is it Yas? Can somebody mute hot mic?
Nope.
It's Carlos.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
That's
wait,
fine then.
Signal, I need
I'll let it slide.
your thumbs up. What do you think?
Thumbs up.
All right.
I gave my thoughts that on it originally as well as when it got revised, and I'm good with it.
Cool. So we
All right.
will move that on to Artie. We'll give him the link and the feedback after the meeting today, and he can get us the final one.
And insert sections. Sections 9 and cost. Okay.
Yeah, my only note that I had on his second revision was the idea was originally pushed as like ecosystem growth and like assistance for new players and small players, and it became a little more generic as it evolved into a formal draft. But that's not really a structural thing. It's just like an ideological note.
Okay.
Cool.
All done.
Good enough. Perfect.
Does Little Lancer have an opinion?
Yeah, but you don't want to know it right now.
It might stink.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, I don't want to be too hard on people. Do you guys want to let the code out now? I've got it queued up.
I would
Or
wait.
do you want to torture them some more?
Absolutely.
Okay. The
Hi.
council has spoken. We're going to torture you a little more.
Give them half the code.
Oh, they'll be able to guess it.
Hi, I need a question from friends.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, yep, go ahead. We try to keep it kind of formal, but you can. Are you guys okay if you ask a question real quick?
Yeah, no problem. But my question is when iPhone from this game? Sorry.
What?
When for iOS devices?
Oh, we have nothing to do with that. That would be with Automata, the people creating the game. We are here working with the DAO, and we're helping the community with the proposal process. So it's different.
Okay. Sorry for thanks.
No problem, Juan.
No worries. Okay, what was next on our list here? Drum ideas from. What was more pressing? Oh, do we want to go over the knowledge-based update? Do you want to go over that?
Yeah,
right
let me
now,
share. Let me share the screen then. Hold on. Let me find. All right, here I am. Let me know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see it?
Yep, I can see it. Yep, I can see it.
All right. So this is a how do you call this? It's a
Merge
request
request?
for some changes. So some of the things I did was here in the introduction. Most of these had been done previously by Funcracker with our feedback, but then here at the end, I wanted to include this diagram that Lancer and I did about the stakeholder structure, and I created some verbiage to explain that chart. So the Stratos ecosystem operates through 4 interconnected entities organized in 3 distinct groups. So we have Automata in the purple section, the development company with the CEO, legal counsel, game developers, and community director. Then we have the Stratlas Foundation in green, based on the Grand Cayman Islands. Maintenance director, legal counsel, and secretary positions with supervisor, beneficiaries, and member roles currently inactive. And then we have the community entities in blue, which encompasses both the Stratlas DAO with elected council, policyholders, PIP authors, and automata support, and the broader Stratlas community, including players, DAG, policyholders, and GBA. The color coding illustrates the organizational hierarchy. Purple represents the corporate development arm, green indicates the legal foundation structure, and blue encompasses all community-driven and decentralized governance components. All entities maintain bidirectional relationships, creating an integrated governance and operational framework for the Stratlas ecosystem. And that's the picture
Did you
that we
chat
have seen.
GPT that?
Yes, I always use my
Okay.
assistant's help.
Okay. About to say that sounded really nice.
No, yeah, I just provide information and clean it up until there's no noise, hopefully. But that's why I like to share it with you guys and make sure that you guys all agree. And you can all go with the council has access to see this and make comments or change. But if we all like what we see today, we can go and merge, and we always have editing capabilities anyway.
I like it. I approve. Emperor, what do you say?
oh, I was there when you wrote it, so yes.
Signal?
Prove.
All right.
There you go.
So then I don't think I changed anything on anything else on this part. Lancer also wanted his other diagram with a loop, but I consider that it's a little redundant in the sense that Funcracker already did this one that is very explicit with all the steps, and then it has all the verbiage explaining each step in the process, and I personally like it a lot. I liked all the explanations, and I liked over here how it explains who's in charge of each of the parts and what's going on.
Yo,
Hello?
hello, proceed.
All right. Anyway, that part didn't change. Then on the creating a proposal, I didn't touch any of this, but then I created this new section that is called Author's Guide. And what it do is it's meant for people that want to write a PIP. They can come here directly and understand how the process is and how we go from the phase 1, PIP ideation, PIP draft, and PIP vote. And then went a little deeper on each of them, explaining what it does and giving a bunch of tips that are mostly based on the sticker that Read Me First that Funcracker created on those independent sections of Discord, and they all reference back to those sections, so people can come here to the ideation stage, understand how the process goes, and then they just need to click on the different links to go to the right section. And I moved the pip template that Von Cracker had created at the end of that, so people can take this as a reference to start. If you guys go, I can go and read all that, but we can also save time and read it on our own and make sure we like the verbiage the verbiage there. So you guys tell me if you want to go this section by section or leave it as homework. And then you guys give me a thumbs up.
I don't want to go over it.
I'm good as it's written now.
Some of this information has been explained prior in the governance process, specifically in the legislative process. But as this was a more general talk about how the DAO works, I keep finding that new authors are still a little lost because nobody sits down and reads the whole knowledge base, and it's not obvious where all this information is. So I think having a section specifically made for the authors and specifically made for the first time that you submit a PIP might help, and that's all we want, right? We want to make it easier for people.
Yeah, and VV in the chat is saying basically that same thing. Can we link the? Yeah, we can link this page directly as under. I hear myself in the echo, but we could in the DAO links.
Yep.
We could just throw that in there. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little simplified, and it's then divided by stages. So when you're just in the PIP ideation stage here, you have all the information you have and all the tips that we give normally and feedback we give to people and all the things that you need to keep in mind before moving to the next phase. So I think this is going to be useful for first-time authors to introduce their proposals.
So we have the author's guide. What were the other two sections that you did?
So the author's guide, and then within that author's guide is just divided into the three stages: the ideation, draft, and vote stage. So it's just one more section that I did, and that little bit in the introduction where I added the stakeholders structure. And I formatted in a way that is consistent with the language that we have used in the past, and the all the icons and all the stuff is I try to keep it consistent, so it looks like it's one single document and not a bunch of patches. So that takes some time. That takes some time and effort, but it's made with a lot of love.
It was made with a lot of love. I saw it. Cool. Thank you, Carlos. I think I'd say we can go ahead and do it. Does anyone oppose doing that now? Since we just went over it. You already wrote it down on your slide, so we're going with it.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. I want to do the code. You want to do the code now?
Go ahead and do the code. By the way, Lancer is live. You can go ahead and paste that link if you want, and anyone can go and check and give us our feedback and your opinions. And if we need to improve anything, we'll be happy to do so.
All right. I just put the code for the tickets in the DAO chat. The code is DAO, DAO. And we give a shout out to Zeke for the newt to giving that to us. Cool. What else? I think we had something that Drum might have, or that Lancer might have missed. Was there something we needed to talk about before those other things? I don't think so. So we already the knowledge base. I think that was it. So we can move on to
and Raspi.
Oh, Yes, and we gave that update. That was the important one. Okay, so Drum, do you have on the agenda here the idea from Craig's about monthly or quarterly cadence?
Did that
You
reach
want to
the
go over that?
25 thumbs up?
No, and did you just put that
Oh,
on
is that an
here?
idea?
Yeah, that's an idea.
Oh, okay. I misread that then.
Yeah,
Yep.
and to be honest, he's trying to solve a problem I don't think we yet have, but it's up to the community.
Okay. I'll just mark that
then-
down. We can go on the next one.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
for the-
proposed because we were noticing, or he had noticed a decline in participation, but after that, we actually have had a big increase.
Yep, so we can just go to that next one. So, Lanzer, you have on here PIP accountability from meeting 25.
Yeah, that's just a continuation of what we've been talking about for what do we do when things go wrong?
Okay.
Oh
Oh yeah,
was
the one
last
we've
thing.
talked about 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah, we keep we're close. Carlos proposed one milestone. We were debating on whether or not it should be 3 or 4 milestone payments and what percentage people are allowed to ask up front. Signal said he's good with whatever the council decides. Would prefer a simplistic approach. Bodhi said he's okay with a lot of payment, or he's okay with payment up front, but not a lot. I'm okay with both as long as it's clear rules. Emperor, you said it was good with how it's written right now. So we agreed if one milestone payment, then 100% paid at the end of the PIP. But if 2 or more, then including a PIP milestone schedule that lists the milestones out and payable atlas. Where we need to talk about was, should we put a cap on the number of the payment percentage up front, and should we put a cap on the number of milestones? That's where we left off.
So we're close. I'm trying to
So
switch my brain back over to this.
yeah,
The
me too.
conversation up to now was I think the conclusion up to now was no more than 25% ahead and justified by invoices, correct? And a previous milestone, which is to give that invoice and provide that necessity to justify upfront payment. Is that right? Do I remember that correctly?
I don't think we agreed on the percentage up front or what was going to be if they needed documentation. I think that's part of what the discussion was. So you say 25% with receipts? I can agree to 25%. I don't think they need to show receipts.
Receipts or invoices?
Either.
Like,
Either.
yeah.
I don't think they should have to show either.
For the upfront,
Yeah, for the upfront.
just the upfront.
Yeah, just the upfront.
On
I think
this,
if they earn the vote of yes, and they need to pay some of their vendors up front before they get a receipt, then that should be acceptable, in my opinion.
On this note, is our intention of this just to go in the like knowledge base and kind of some general guidelines, or like I think something like this, correct me if I'm wrong, would actually have to go through a PIP, but what do you?
Well,
What's our picture for this?
Michael mentioned that he would like a PIP just to keep the participation and making sure that the community is involved.
PIP about
I
the whole
think
thing.
I've been waiting for the knowledge base until we have a definitive answer, and also I know we have PIP 22 coming soon that will be hopefully approved within the next month. That we will also have to do a robust update on the knowledge base. So I've been holding on that because of those reasons.
If I had to guess, though, this is probably part of the PIP 1 refresh that is a much bigger monster than PIP 4, and I hadn't gotten to it yet. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get to it before the term's over.
Yeah, I have a feeling we may not even be allowed to work on that one yet, but we will have to check.
I mean, all PIP 1 is just the rules for the PIP. It's what you all created with the knowledge base, the layer on top of it.
Yeah. But the knowledge base is a tool by the council that is non-binding and it has no legal repercussions with the foundation, with automata, with anything. It's just the way we analyze the pips to recommend them to the foundation, while changing PIP 1 and PIP 4 is changing governance as it is right now, and will be in the future beyond the current circumstances and state of the DAO. So I think that's why it's a little more delicate and why they're hesitant. And I felt a little bit of opposition at the beginning, but he agreed to work with us on PIP4, and you did an amazing job on that. So I'm really happy about PIP4. We will see about PIP1, but I agree with you that we may not have enough time left.
I think
But if
what
you're
I-
running again, you have like a year to work on that.
That's true. And the part that I don't recall him saying we need a PIP for that, so I'll yield to your memory on that one. But the only place that we could put it that I know of is PIP 1.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if it's just an unofficial guideline for now. I don't even know if we can do that technically. I mean, we've done some unofficial stuff to date. I guess we're gonna have to navigate that, but I think we're close to figuring out where we all want to be. So I'm not sure basically what the next step is going to be, except
think
running it
we-
past Swags.
I think we should just agree on what we want, and then we can worry
Right.
about what happens after that.
Yeah.
So let's
I'm
get the
not
sliding
sure on
scale
the-
done then.
Yeah. I'm just the 25% upfront. You know what? We can just put it on there for now. I would like to go on record that I'm still kind of agnostic at this point about the upfront. I could be easily swayed either way.
Okay.
I think it's a good starting point, a really good starting point, with everything you have on your slide.
Yeah. So then I'll just put it down like this. So upfront limit is 25%. Okay. And then minimum number of milestones needed for upfront is 2.
Well, if they want multiple, that technically they could just do one and be done.
But we won't accept the upfront with just 1, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's multiple,
So if they have at least 2, then 25% of it can be upfront, 75% of it can be whatever else. That's
Yeah,
what I've heard at a minimum most of us agree on so far. Does anyone disagree with that? I'll zoom in on it. Bodhi, I see you're here now.
Sorry, I had to step out for a couple of minutes. I'm back.
It's all right.
That's
Signal.
fine.
What do you think?
He says he's good with whatever, remember?
Oh yeah, I guess
I'm
that's
good
right.
with whatever, remember?
All right, Emperor, what do you think?
I think it's good enough for now, because it's gonna have to go
Okay.
through a few different stages. So
Can you update me really quick? What does this mean that you need to have 2 milestones before you ask money up front? What does that mean?
Meaning if you submit 1 milestone and you want all of it up front, it's going to get denied. If they want 2 milestones, then 25% of that 1 milestone can be up front, and the other 75% can be whatever they want.
Oh, I understand. Okay, it's not that you need 2 milestones before you get the first upfront. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood that line. I
Yeah,
agree.
maybe. Okay, cool. So then the other part was, should we put a cap on the number of milestones? Like they can't have 20 milestones. Too much. We agree on that?
I don't see why we would limit it.
maybe we could limit it to monthly milestones. We're not going to do like 4 milestones a month. You know, I wouldn't want to do that, but
I agree.
if it's a year-long PIP and they need paid every month, you know, having 12 of them is probably appropriate.
And we're talking about milestone disbursement. We're not talking just about milestones, right? So they can have 100 milestones as long as we have to pay only twice.
Yeah.
Well,
That's,
okay,
that's
so
how
we
I'm
gotta
viewing
get
it.
we gotta get the terminology right then, because I've been calling milestones that you're gonna update in the knowledge base. That's part of the
I would
schedule.
say disbursement milestones, I think it would clear all confusion.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me.
Disbursement milestones. Okay.
Because like right
Or any
now,
other
Artie has
other word, payment, whatever you want. But yeah, I think they
Payment.
can because they can have all the milestones they want in their PIP. That's however they want to structure it. But as far as payment goes, which is what we're worried about here, I think this is more clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. So we've got a lower limit of 2, an upper limit of 1 a month. To me, I think that meets our objective right there. So if we start
think
getting
so
to a
too.
sliding scale, then at that point, like you like to say, Carlos, then we really are pulling numbers out.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I
I'm
like it. I
satisfied
think
with
we
that.
finally reach a good point.
Okay. Okay. Then the funny thing is because of ecosystem fund, it's possible that we could put it in there. I didn't even think about that. I don't want to pollute it anymore. I want to keep it pure. All right. Signals go with whatever. Bodie, you still here?
He's here, but he's muted.
Okay. Bodie, if you can hear us, tell us if you agree. He said okay with
Hearing
upfront,
speed.
but not a lot, and 25%. I don't know. That's somewhat, but not a lot.
So now what's our next step after we just said we're all okay with
That's
it?
it. That's all we needed is to come up with a rule
Knowledge
set.
base. Yeah, knowledge base is the next step. So, and then we keep this in mind when we are giving feedback about PIPs before recommending them to the foundation. That's it.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Was this just a suggestion for people because we have no authority to do this, or do we? What like
We have the
we need to nail this
authority of
down.
not recommending the PIP until we're satisfied with it.
Okay.
Right. They can always override us and just like take the PIP and do it whatever. But also,
Okay.
I figured this out really early
suggest
on.
that we maybe we'll set up another internal meeting and run this by the team just to make sure we're that we're above reproach.
Yeah, makes sense. I think an
Basically
internal
run it by
meeting is very
Swags
smart.
before we put it in there officially. What do you guys think? Can you hear me?
No, I cannot hear you.
Yeah,
Where did
seriously though, you can hear me.
Hey guys, I need to jump off because work is needing me. So
Yep, and baby's getting very, very loud. It's rough. Okay, so we came up. We can cross that one off the list, and then I'll put that we'll schedule internal meeting for with Automata. Sound good?
This is what we want to do. Are you guys okay with it?
My bad. I think I
I'm
lost
fine with
connection there
that.
for a second. You see my screen again?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so I wrote down the accountability, what we came up with. I'll write down that we're going to do an internal meeting, and that will cross that one off the list. Anything else?
Okay. I don't think so. Were you? It was funny. Both you and Drum had to mute yourself for a minute. Did you hear my suggestion that we put it in the kitchen and just say, "Hey, this is what we talked about. This is our plan to put it in the knowledge base." Just running it by you.
Yep. Yep. I think that's fine.
Okay. Okay. So I think we're done with that one.
Yep.
And then you have on there iterate on individual council goals. I don't know if we
Yeah, let's
come
do
into
that
the
next week.
term. Yeah, and we're coming to the end of the term, so well, I guess it could be.
I think
I
we can do it, just not today.
yeah. We do need to, I think, do a day in the life of the council before the elections start. Oh shoot, that's the other thing. The schedule, the
Yeah, you
election
blew right
schedule.
past that. It's
Yeah.
okay. I kept it
alright.
as a recent update, and I'll keep it there from now on.
So let's go through that real quick. So October 29th is when self-nominations
This
open.
Wednesday.
So we do need to get with the team to, because last time and the time before they facilitated that. So we have to nail that down with Santi and to see how that's going to happen again. So the
I propose Signal just publishes it. This is the self-nomination
yeah,
period.
but they have to fill out a form.
We could create the form.
We had to. Well, that's what we need to verify. There was some back and forth on the first term at the end of theirs as to who was doing it. So
I'd be
Okay.
honored to make the Signal form. I get to pick the questions that you ask the candidates, though, when they fill out the form.
I'm sure they would love
yeah,
to know that.
Yes.
so we definitely need to run that by the team like soon, like real soon.
Yeah, like do it today.
Yeah, since they're sleeping right now.
I will.
I think
I'll put this picture in the council chambers, and then can I Emperor or is not me? Someone run this down with the team.
Yep, I can do that. So back to the schedule. So November 12th through the 26th, the campaign period for 2 weeks. Then November 26th through the 10th is when the PIP goes live for 2 weeks. And then December 10th, the election PIP ends. The top 5 nominees become candidates. They have to do all kinds of paperwork and get access to channels. January 11th is when our term ends, and January 12th is when SAC 3 begins. But there's a 1 month overlap, so we should probably put that in there. So
It is.
yeah, right.
It's this right here.
Oh right, okay, my bad. Official candidates. So yep, there's a 1 month overlap. So that is the election
part.
process here.
It's
Perfect.
these two parts right here. If you're watching, candidates will be invited to internal meetings. Candidates will be invited to an orientation meeting with the foundation, and you'll gain access to this core channels. So you'll be able to see and hear everything for that whole month, and just kind of get a good beat on how things work.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, if you put that slide in the council chat, I'll try to push that up the tree here.
Done so.
Sweet. Can you put it in our chat too, in the council
did.
chat?
It's there.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to navigate without losing myself here.
I get it. That was the last thing we need to go over.
Cool. VB putting some stuff in the chat. We can't really do anything about the signal thing. The community, I think, needs to do that. And it really does. It is unfortunate that Beyond the Horizon had all his stuff deleted. I know that was a PIP idea that's out there, and it got 25 thumbs up. It got more than that, but I'm not sure what we can actually do. And I guess Zamzor would have to come up with something. But a statement from the DAO for moral support.
Yeah,
I don't
Signal.
know.
Pretty much all that happened. We had a tweet made, and then Swagner like tweeted about it, and everybody copied YouTube, and we made as much noise as we could as Star Atlas, and it was like shaking up a soda bottle. You know, it was some activity, but you know, no real power.
Mm.
Yeah.
We could use our DAO treasury to fund a lobbyist. How about
Yeah, there we go.
that? Oh
don't
man,
think they would
that
take
that
our
sucks. So
little
there really is
payment.
no other recourse other than what we tried.
No, we made it. We made a bunch of noise, and YouTube didn't care, and that's kind of the end of it.
Such a bummer.
Super unfortunate. So
I mean,
Okay.
Beyond the Horizon, to be fair, probably like at this stage has more power than we ever could. You know, as the person who actually owns the account.
Mm.
well,
Okay.
all right. I think we are at our hour, and I think we've discussed a lot and made a lot of progress. So I think we're done for the day, unless anyone has anything on the
I
council.
agree. Dunzo.
Okay.
No,
Well,
it sounds good, man.
thank you for coming, everyone. We appreciate the participation. So we will see everyone next week. Make sure you go chime in on the PIP ideas, give them feedback, good or bad, either way. So thanks for
Have a good one,
coming.
guys.
See y'all next week.
Bye-bye.